Hello everybody, it's Sephiroth4 for the weekly update. A few things today. First of all, videos this week are actually all recorded. I'm on a bit of a roll with doing Final Fantasy X-2 stuff, so I finished up some blocks that were stopping me from just finishing the game. So now it's just going to be hopefully smooth sailing until the end game dungeon. You know the one. Yeah, very exciting. We unlocked easy mode. Again, if you know, you know. So yeah, it's been great so far. So yeah, videos this week. Streams. Last week we streamed just Animal Crossing. I think I didn't do Shibuya Scramble. This week I would like to focus on that. I think that there are only 2 streams left of Shibuya Scramble. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure there are only 2 streams left. So I want to focus on that. I want to try to finish it this week, before September, or shortly after September. The main impediments to that, the reason why I didn't stream last week was because my physical therapy schedule is messed up. It became Tuesdays and Thursdays it became Tuesday and Thursday afternoon instead of Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings. So when it's in the afternoon, it destroys my stream schedule, especially for Shibuya, which I like to stream around 12:30 or so. So I should be back to the regular schedule this week. I don't know if I'm having an appointment tomorrow or not, but at least Wednesday, Friday should be in the morning, which means that technically we should be okay for early afternoon any day of the week this week. The only factor is that my family wants to go on a day trip this week, so that's obviously gonna take priority, and I'm not sure which day it's going to be yet, but whatever that day that is, we're obviously not streaming. So I'm going to try to work around that, and I would like to do 2 streams this week of Shibuya Scramble, try to finish it up. We'll do 1 hour per stream. It's probably going to be like a 3.5, 4 hour stream, depending on how long the hours are. Probably 3.5 hours. That's how much it has averaged. So yeah, look forward to that. Next week we'll try to start doing Ekenfell and see how long it takes us to finish that. I'm getting the itch. I'm getting the itch to play Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep on stream. I really don't see that happening till like November, but I want to play it. I really do. So we'll see what happens there. As for other things, Clip Studio Paint did announce that they're going to be changing their model from a one-time payment thing to forcing you to pay for future updates, and then doing like like for all the 2.0, like 2 point whatever updates, you'll have to pay or do like a season pass, and then once it gets to 3.0, then you can just pay a solid price to skip to there. But that sucks, because for 10 years they were specifically you only have to pay for this once program, unlike Adobe. So yeah, I've seen people putting pros and cons, but honestly it's because they know that they can start getting away with it now. So it's sad, because once you start introducing the little micropayments, then you turn into Adobe, where you can't even own the product unless you're paying a monthly fee. So yeah, fun. Let's see, what else this week? Bunch of birthdays. My parents celebrated their 43rd anniversary, so that was nice. Got cool pictures of Jupiter from the Webb telescope. Lucajin started Phoenix Wright Dual Destinies, which is a video game that I love. I finished up the Patreon stuff for this past week. Masahiro Sakurai started a YouTube channel, which is pretty cool. Let's see. People are trying to spoil Xenoblade Chronicle 3's ending for me. I'm just in the middle of Chapter 4 right now. Story's getting crazy. I'm not going to talk about it because I know other people are doing stuff at their own paces. I can't believe it. Stuff getting crazy in a Xenoblade game? What is this world coming to? Let's see, I did a couple pieces of art that I'll show shortly. Okay, so I'll show the art and then I'll start complaining. The first piece, or the last piece of the month, was Tyon from Xenoblade 3. Let's see if it'll focus on him or not. There we go. Tyon, I really like how this came out. If you're one of my patrons, you can get time lapses for all 4 pieces a month this month. So you can you don't have to be like the high tier. It's any tier patron. So yeah, you get to see how I drew this. The last thing was that Junibug Noelle debuted her new design for her VTuber, so I drew it, and let's see if it'll focus on this. There we go. So yeah, it has like some StarCrafty vibes and stuff. So I really like it. I mean, I saw like the initial designs because she shared it in her mod chat, and so I was just really excited to see it coming together, and I really wanted to draw it. So I did. But yeah, I've got. Let's see, for this week, if I do art this week, it's probably going to be Xenoblade 3 memes. Again, not spoilery, just stupid memes that I want to draw. But yeah, so that's that. The last thing really is this past week, actually, yeah, yesterday and the day before, but yesterday is the 1-year anniversary of that surgery I had to graft my fibula to my spine, to try to make a fusion work with that. That's messed me up really badly. Eventually, the fibula died, but the fusion seems to be working. So it has an eventual happy ending, but I can't tell you how many things feel wrong with me on a constant basis just from that surgery. Mostly having to do with my leg and my lower back. I'm pain-free from the problems that the rods and screws, they had also replaced the rods, the screws there and stuff, and that had loosened really fast because the fibula died too fast. So that's what caused all the pain that made me get the surgery 3 months ago now, 3.5 months ago. So that was problem one, but the other problems were just because of the damage to my leg and stuff. I have these killer scars. Yeah, you get to see my legs. I'm sorry. Please don't ban me, YouTube. But I have like a scar that runs all the way up my leg here. I have one that looks like that runs up my side there. I have a stripe up my back that looks like a zipper, and all sorts of dots and things and other stuff. It's just not fun to look at for me. But yeah, so the 1-year anniversary is a time to remember the fact that they told me that I was going in for a 6-hour surgery, and then I woke up the next day with everyone freaking out. The nice thing is that you all said some really nice stuff on Twitter, and I go back to that tweet just to see the responses of, oh yeah, people do care about me. Because my brain wants me to think a lot of the time that people don't, despite the fact that people say nice things to me on a regular basis generally. But that doesn't matter to a depressed person. But yeah, it was also the scar on my chin here. I know people say they can't see it, but I can see it. You can see it in the shadow there. I can see it, and that's the main thing, really. I get to look at that every time I look in the mirror. the picture that I posted on Twitter of the before the surgery, see you later thing, actually, you can tell that I don't have a scar on my chin there. But yeah, without going into details, this past year, this last 365 days has been either the most miserable or the second most miserable of my life. I'm not really sure. The time before I got that surgery was absolutely terrible, but I was in lots of pain, but I didn't want to die. This past year, that was very much different. The only other time I can think of was the year that I started chemo, that I was on the heavy chemo. I don't think I ever wanted to die, but I felt like death. And then, there was the time that I got the immunotherapy that almost killed me, where I didn't want to die, but I thought I was going to die. But that was contained within like a 3-month period as opposed to a really prolonged amount of time. So it's really hard to say. But I would say that the 365-day period that was the worst in my life could very well have been this last 365 days, including the time since surgery number 3, in May, even though I have been getting better in that time. Because you can't just drop trauma. It sticks with you. So yeah, that sucks. I don't have a point to make here. What I'm trying to say is it's been really, really horrible. I really appreciate everybody for caring, saying nice things, giving me just a little bit of leeway while I have been doing everything in my power to try to stay alive and get better in any way. It's just been a terrible process. I'm not going to look back on this year fondly. There's certain things that you say, we'll just look back on this and laugh one day, and that's just, some situations that are really bad in the moment, but in the future you'll be like, man, that was crazy. This is not going to be one of them. We all have those. I'm not special in that regard, but it sucks regardless. It has just been, like I said, it might have a good result. I might be in a much better place than I was a year ago, but this has been an objectively bad time. I really can't say that surgery was a net positive. Again, fibula seems to be, it's dead, but the bone seems to be fused or fusing still. So at the very least, there's that. But was it worth it is not a question that I can answer with any certainty. I'm leaning towards no. If they had just taken out the rods and screws then, instead of trying to refuse the spine and just given me a brace to wear, which I don't know if I would have been happy with that if I had to wear a brace for 4 months while I worked on things. That would have been, given how annoyed I was at wearing the brace for 6 weeks, 8 weeks, after May, I don't know if I would have been happy with that, but the overall things done to me, maybe that would have been better in the long run, and I would have been able to look back on that and laugh. But yeah, so yeah, I don't have a point here. I'm just complaining. I'm really hoping to start having positive body experiences, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I want reasons to to wake up in the morning and say, yeah, this is a good day for me to try to make my life better. Because I don't have those. And it sucks. But I'm doing the physical therapy. I have been feeling better from that. and I need to figure out a point to it. But I'm hoping that once I start feeling better and getting more active, then that'll get itself in gear as well. So we'll see. But thank you all very much for watching again. Thank you for being you. I say that I'm going to say this every week, and I'm going to say that I'm going to say the words, and I say this every time, but I mean it. Thank you for being you. Thank you for living life in your own way. This world is made much better by the variations in humanity, I believe. I really enjoy seeing the different ways that the people around me interact with the world. And I also really enjoy seeing those people interact with the world and try to make it better in their own specific way, because we all can make the world better in our specific ways. Sometimes you don't think that you can. You think that you're not adding or you're subtracting to the world, but everything that you do that you try to do good with, even if it's a tiny thing, it adds to the world. So thank you for doing that. And I'll see you next week, where it's going to be September already. Goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye.